Hello Capricorns, beautiful Capricorns, and welcome to this, your pocketbook reading for the month of November. We're going to pull a couple cards, actually we're going to do a couple spreads and pull a card, hopefully, from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck here. Find out first what your career and or purpose, direction, kind of get a sense of what you're working on right now in that area, Capricorn, and then we'll do a second spread, kind of two mini spreads. Second one will be focused on your money, so your actual financial picture. Usually they talk to each other though, so it's been kind of fun to see how that works. All right, we're pulling a card here. We have courage. Okay, so your career slash direction slash purpose, what you're working on takes some courage, right? You are standing in the face of an unrelenting force, and typical Capricorn is going to endure, right? You see these rocks here being hit by these waves, and you know that these waves keep coming, never stops. So, you know, yes, you might be a little bit worn down, but you stand strong and you are able to receive all that energy that is being sent your way. So, courage. In the face of adversity, you are standing up and persisting. All right, let's pull some cards from the tarot and find out a little bit more information about what this courage is all about right now, that you are kind of that energy that you are in. What is this courage card about for Capricorn? What is it that they are working on in terms of their career? Is it career? Is it... Okay, we've got Eight of Cups, walking away from something. I also have the Eight of Pentacles. 2 8s, that's pretty stunning. You have the Star card. And you have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see if there's any other messages here for Capricorn. Any other... Okay. Yes, there are. Alright, we're going to pull 4 of Swords. And we're going to pull one from here. 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, Temperance card. And the High Priestess. Okay. Well, there we go. Yep. Had to pull all the cards. They're beautiful. Why not, right? Alright, let's just make sure no other cards will be flipped. Yep. Okay, so you have the 8 of Cups. You are walking away from something that you determined is missing in your life, right? You are searching for, even though you've put all of this time, all of this energy, you've built up these 8 of Cups over your lifetime, you are now walking away and you are looking for what it is that is missing from your life. You also have the 8 of Pentacles, so in this it's like you are stock and, you know, really working on finishing, doing the finishing touches, the finishing work, right? You have built up your, you have a plan for your money, so you've built that up, and now you are, you know, trying to, you're almost to the end, you're so very close to being done, and completing this plan. But so now you are kind of like focusing on that, taking stock, and figuring out what it is that you need to do to get to that next level. You have a lot of hope here. You have the Star card, which represents wish fulfillment. So you are reaching for this dream that you have, but it does require that you make a decision. You have the Two of Pentacles here. So whatever it is that dream that you're going after, it requires that you make a decision to move toward it. Okay? So you might have been juggling a little bit, is what I'm also picking up from that Two of Pentacles. But you are being called to make a decision. You also have the Ace of Cups. So to me, that is the cup that is missing, right? You have your Eight of Cups and you are going looking for your Ace of Cups, that new beginning. And this, I feel like, has to do with, I'm picking up this, you know, the fountain part of this cup as being kind of a self, rejuvenating, and it's like you are looking for something that will help you to help yourself, right? Something that will help you sustain yourself, sustain the energy that you, do you know that fresh energy that you get when you start something new? This is that energy that I'm picking up on, and it's also helping to see more clearly what your obstacles are, because you can see here when you're looking through this glass, you can actually see the mountains in the background here more clearly than if you're just looking there. So yeah, so Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning, and you're looking for that fresh new energy, but you're hoping that that energy is going to be self-sustaining, is what this card is really pointing out to me. You also have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is you taking a little bit of a break. You set things down, you set your thoughts aside, and it's almost like meditation, because you're not letting your thoughts get in the way of you finding some peace, some quiet, right? You are just letting those thoughts be and allowing the space instead to speak to you. And that sounds really strange because, you know, your thoughts, the words in your head, or the you know, things that people say, a lot of times we get wrapped up in that as being who it is that we are. But here I'm picking up that you're setting those things aside and you're allowing the space around you, your life, you know, without them talking, just other people, your experience of them, your experience of your environment, your experience of your life. Not the ideas, but just the rest of it, to speak to you and to help guide you. So, interesting space for you to be in. You also have the Justice card here. The Justice card is really about there having been a very clear and differentiating, it's like I want to say decision, but that's not it either. It's just clarity. And Justice card, it could be a decision, it could be like a court decision, something was ruled. And I would say when the Justice card pops out like this, it's usually in your favor. But okay, I also got the Death card. And so with the Death card in play, I'm picking up that whatever this decision was would have been final. The Justice card, it usually is, but whatever the decision was that is final, or whatever it is that has come to an end, was in terms of karma is this is the best word I can think of. It was good karma, right? So decision was made in your favor, even though it brought something to an end and there's this finality to it. It still is, justice has been served is what, you can say. But yes, it is final. And then then finally, you have the High Priestess. And there's this wisdom, this knowledge that is something to be gained from whatever this is that you went through. And it's like something that was adverse, and we were talking about courage earlier, the kind of the theme for this whole spread. It took courage for you to walk away, for example. But whatever this adversity was, you turned it into something positive, right? And you are making it work for you. And I feel like it's opening up this new universe of possibilities for you. This, options are just crazy. You do feel a little bit 9 of Wands, which is you feel like you have been put through the ringer. You're feeling a little bit like that wounded warrior that comes back from the fight, from the battle, still has fight in him. But you're a survivor, and the idea is to get from surviving to thriving, right? So you also have this Temperance card, and I feel like you're being guided to take those things that are typically at the extreme, take those extremes and put them together and make those into something that you can use, something that you can actually move forward with, right, into a new tool. So in the same way that whatever it is that came to an end has helped you to create something useful, the same is true for extremes. It's better to work in moderation, and that, sorry about that, I'm just going to move these over because we want to look at money too. We want to look at Capricorns Money. But anyway, yeah, so temperance is definitely about moderation, doing things in moderation, and moving forward with like balance is what I'm getting from that card. Greater balance. All right. So what about Capricorn's money? Can you give us any messages here to help us understand better how Capricorn's finances? Okay. There is communication coming in. That's the Eight of Wands. Regarding your money. That's good. And it's fast communication, it looks like. Has to do with a decision that you are making about your money. You also have the High Priestess that popped out a second time. This is about your money. So, you know, that hidden knowledge that you are looking for. Okay, you also have the Ten of Pentacles. You know, seeking out and perhaps, I'm picking up again, we talked about the Temperance card, which talks about doing things in moderation. Well, the High Priestess also speaks to moderation because she sits in between, you know, kind of at the edge of two different worlds. One is the kind of, it's like behind the veil. It's what we don't know. Okay. And then, but she also kind of holds the pillars of what we do know. And, you know, she has that book in her lap. So she's, you know, neither, you know, here nor there. And so it's kind of like the same thing, not the same exactly, of course, it's two different cards, but I feel this echo of the Temperance card in this High Priestess card when it comes to your money. So, you know, not choosing one thing over the other in terms of this communication, whatever knowledge is coming in to you, you're not, you know, you're not choosing any extremes in this situation. If you're like, when you make this decision, whatever this decision is that you need to make in order to move forward, right? So you have the Ten of Pentacles as your final card for this reading. The Ten of Pentacles is really financial fulfillment. So whatever this communication is that's coming in, you know, the way that you respond is going to make a big difference, because you will have this financial independence, and it will allow you to move into your future in a way that you know, perhaps you haven't been able to manifest yet. And you know, this is really, this is such a card that Capricorns dream about. I mean, it is you retiring with, you know, enough wealth to be able to support not just yourself, but, you know, your family, your children, your children's children, and, you know, even community, like in terms of being able to have this impact and, you know, create stability for, you know, a community of people, not just your own close friends and family. So you're moving towards this. This is, you know, the outcome. It's just that getting there, it's there's a lot that you're going through. But yeah, if you keep listening, if you, you know, take those things, you know, the lessons that you learned, for example, from the things that you've had to go through that were particularly difficult. You know, finding peace in, um, you know, in the midst of your thoughts. Also finding that self-sustainability, um, when it comes to filling your cups. Yeah, when it comes to filling your cups. Um, yeah, when it comes to filling your own cup, but also finding your cup, finding what it is that is missing. Um, yeah, you will be successful. Um, that's the end goal. But in the meantime, you know, the universe is acknowledging that this does take courage. So, all right, Capricorn, I hope this resonated with you. It's a very interesting reading. um, and I always enjoy being able to be in your energy. It's been lovely. All right, light and love to you. I hope to see you again next week when we do something a little bit different.